I would go in and they'd take my blood pressure and heart rate and do blood work, and nothing came up. So I went through that for probably 3 or 4 years, just trying to figure out what was wrong. When I finally went into the doctor, the heart doctor, he did a battery of tests on me and got my family in the room, and he sat me down and he said, "Maria, you have congestive heart failure. Your heart's failing." And one of the first questions I asked was, "Is there anybody else like me?"
Hi, I'm Mandy Bradley, and I am a heart patient. Every time a doctor would come into the room, I was like, are they going to come in and tell me that they found a heart? So just that part is just extremely stressful. And you know, I was really lucky. I had all my family come and friends come visit me every day. And towards the end, we could, you know, in their eyes, I could tell, you know, it's not good. I'm going downhill really fast.
Watching her, my younger sister, go through all of that was just extremely hard. Watching somebody at 24 not get out of bed, not have any motivation. Every time I asked her to go to the mall, it was a chore for her. She couldn't walk to one store from another.
The mission for the Young Adult Heart Foundation is to help young adults go through the emotional, physical, mental, and financial issues that they're going through that have to do with heart disease. Their lives are changing, their financial needs are changing, their dreams are changing, their hopes may be crushed, and they need some support, and that's what the Young Adult Heart Foundation does. We go to the hospital and visit the patients in the hospital and say, you know, I've been through what you're going through, and I'm here on the other side walking around, and you can get through it too. Or, do you need some money to go to your doctor's appointment? You know, get a ride there. I'll go with you. I've been to that doctor. I know what it's like. And so it's just kind of like a caring network of people, and we all work together to help each other. We give and take, and it's been a wonderful thing for a lot of people. It's growing dramatically, and it's really a beautiful thing.
It actually got to the point I was unable to stand up and walk for more than about 4 to 5 minutes at a time. I got the call one night about 11:30 at night, October 4th, 2012, and they told me to come in. So the next morning, surgery went well. I received a new heart and began my recovery process.
And luckily, my sister Rachel, she saw that I was just, you know, really emotional, and no one else, they can say, you know, we understand, but they don't really understand. And she had heard about this Young Adult Heart Foundation from my cardiologist, Dr. Martin, and she reached out to Maria, and Maria came to visit me in the hospital the next day.
My sister actually had like light to her eyes, and I'd never seen my sister so just happy to have somebody there, and to see how good Maria was doing, you know, is such a relief, and for her, knowing that I can get better, you know, I can get past this.
The first couple of years with heart failure, I felt so alone because I did not know anybody that was going through heart failure at the same age as I was. I had heart failure for probably 5 years, all the time getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and going through various procedures alone with the support of my family, but not knowing anybody else that was like me, not knowing what to expect at every procedure, not knowing what I was going to feel like when I woke up.
It's not very common for 17, 18, 19-year-olds to have this type of issue. So I think it's really good for me and for, you know, anyone else too, of all ages, to have a group that they can go to have a support group that they can go and talk with.
Right now, we have grown so fast that we can't really keep up with the demand, and a lot of that is because we don't have a lot of funding. We need money to be able to send people to hospitals, to be able to visit. We buy them care packages to make them feel comfortable in the hospital. We'd like to provide grants to people so that they can pay for some of the bills that they've incurred throughout, you know, being sick and they can't work anymore. So we really need some financial support and volunteer support as well.
Any way you can donate to them to help them achieve that goal is worth it.
I don't know where I would be without the Young Adult Heart Foundation. Like I said, anyone can say, I know what you're going through, but to be able to talk to someone that actually knows what you're going through and has been through the same thing, I mean, that's priceless. I have my friends that I can talk to all the time, but when it comes to talking about heart problems, they don't know anything. So it's tremendous what this organization has done for me.